Hi, everybody. Yes, I know it's been a long time since you've seen me. I have a little baby here who wanted to have mom time. So, I thought I should check in with you because you guys have not seen me. I've had to drop off the map. My brother Gary, who many of you know is disabled. Um, he's been in the hospital in and out since September. And this last time in was pretty bad. He's let himself get very malnutritioned. That was part of the problem. The one kidney that's not working correctly was another part of the problem. Potassium levels way too high. And then they found a blood infection. So apparently he's had a bladder infection for who knows how long that has gotten so bad it actually has entered his bloodstream. He has been fussy and grumpy and insisting I be there every day to check on him and to talk to the doctors, but at the same time he doesn't actually want me to talk to the doctors because he has been very passive aggressive. He would tell me what times to come, and of course, you don't know when the doctors are doing rounds, and so I'd get there and, oh, that doctor didn't come in yet, or, oh, he just left, and it took me about a week to realize he's just yanking my chain, but he also got extremely panicked because they had to do a surgery. His part of the problem with the one kidney is it's only working at 50%, and they finally found that it just actually isn't draining properly. So they had to do surgery and try to repair that and put a shunt in. Also from one kidney to the other to also help. Maybe that'll help it work better. But then they also had to deal with the drain issue. All this fun stuff. Now, he's absolutely terrified of surgery. So I ended up being there for the entire day of, most of the next day, because he was just in a bit of a panic. All that said, he's now, finally, I have breathing room. Because now he's been sent. We got him all in, set up yesterday, transferred from the hospital to a nursing home rehab facility. So now I feel like I can breathe. I am just so worn out because you all know how at home he comes and finds me like every 15, 20 minutes just to come talk to me. Well, him being in the hospital, he calls about every hour. He finally calmed down with that, like the last 2 days. I might get 3 phone calls in a whole day, which is great. That means he's feeling better. That means he's finally accepted that, yes, you are going to this nursing care facility. He thought he was going to come home, and that's what he wanted, but they're like, no, you still have to have intravenous antibiotics, and no. So we finally, after much talking, got him convinced that, look, get it done now. Do it for the benefit of your long-term health. That was the argument I used. Put up with 3 weeks now of being there, and that way then they can be sure that this bacteria or whatever it is that's through your blood system is gone. It needs to be 100% absolutely wiped out. So that's where he's at. I, however, have been dealing with him so much. I've not taken care of my own heart test. But I'm being careful about that. But it's funny, now that he's settled, I went to bed last night by 10 and I have slept for 14 hours. My blood pressure at one point, with him being out of the house, was lower than it's been in years. So there's something there. But anyway, that's where I've been. And I had planned to do a live sale at the end of the month last week, and that just did not happen. We've also had the fun of 2 more branches have come down on top of my house. Luckily, they didn't have far to drop. One of them I had wanted to get cut off anyway because it literally was only about 8, maybe 12 inches off the peak of the house. Well, that one has come down. But then with the windstorms that came, another one came down. But that only had to drop about 2 feet. But that's for the far end of it. The back end of it is still attached to the tree. That during the windstorm, that thing had just splintered, and it's still partially attached. That's going to be tricky. So I have not been in any shape to be climbing on the roof to look and see what the deal would be to get those off. Mike laughs at me, but I'm like, I used to sit on the peak, and watch fireworks. So granted, I wasn't this weight at that point, but that's something we'll deal with in a couple of days, maybe. Right now, I've got financial things to deal with. There's no more SNAP benefits, so there goes my having a salad every day. The garden is just about done. I have to do my potatoes, and then I'm covering them at night, but the scouts still have carrots. They still have tomatoes and green peppers. The eggplants have not yet put anything out. And honestly, they're a specialty eggplant, so I may pot them up and try to bring them into the house for the winter, as long as these idiots don't eat them. So he wants his nap time. Well, he's going to go to sleep. So Elron wants nap time. He can't have much nap time because, yes, my 60th birthday was on Monday. And I ended up with 2 birthday cakes. That was a riot. I'll explain that during a live. But Mike has tickets to a bingo night for the Rotary Club up where he works. The area of the Boy Scout Council that is his area. And so they're cash prizes. So he has to do setup, and then he's coming back here and picking me up. And it's probably going to be like a 45-minute drive to get there because he's picking me up at what's going to be the start of rush hour. But he's taking me to bingo tonight. So other than being out to dinner for my birthday, and I took myself out to lunch at this fantastic ramen place with the money, part of the money that my sister gave me for my birthday. So other than that, I've not, if I'm not here, I'm at the hospital. And here, I have had to start winterizing the house. So that means plastic over certain windows, make sure all the storm windows on the original windows are down, and just try to deal with Gary's room. Because, of course, he trashed it already. But I'm getting there. I've gotten one entire outdoor trash bag just of trash. Bags of plastic bags, food containers that he missed. Like, he'd toss it to the trash can, but he'd missed. So they were just sitting on the floor. This is why anytime he's in the hospital, I could spend days cleaning his room. I filled almost to the top, I filled a square laundry basket with dishes, dirty dishes that were in his room. He's a mess, but this is why he can't live alone. He just can't. His old television is still in there. I didn't see it because he hasn't gotten rid of some of the big box shipping boxes that his ostomy supplies come in. It's on the floor, laying on the floor with 2 giant boxes on top of it. I didn't realize it was even still here. I thought he got rid of that. I had told him where there was a recycling thing and it was free to drop it off, and he said he'd take care of it. Well, his way of taking care of it, I should have known, is usually to just, ignore it until he has to do it or somebody else does it for him. He had Mom trained real well for that. So, or she trained him, I don't know which. Moot point now. But going forward, it's, can't wait. I'm going to be away, taking care of, it's a job. I have to go help out somebody out with stuff in their house, and, they're a little bit of a distance, but that'll be Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And it's just basically to figure out, helping them understand what it is to set up an auction with an auction house, and what do they want? How do they go about emptying out their house? They have 3 kids. They don't know what the kids want to take. It's like, well, that's the first step you got to do. But that's at least something, that's a little bit of money coming in. And I'm still working on getting things ready for Briggs. I sent them more photos. They were happy with all of it. Yay. So, I have to arrange. I still have to get the Tonka trucks cleaned out of the basement and get them up here because they're all going to go too. And so it looks good. I keep adding stuff. So that looks like that should be ready at the end of, what's today? Today is Saturday. See, I'm so tired still. I'm just mentally just exhausted. So, yeah, today's Saturday. So hopefully by Friday, they'll come pick up. And that's the cool stuff. They said I don't have to get it there. They will come pick it up. So yes, that's awesome. They'll come pick it up. That would be awesome. So I'm trying to sort out and make sure that there's plenty to make it worth it to pick up. Pity I can't get to some pieces of furniture I want to send them. But that's for another time. That just means I have more stuff to send and I'll have bigger pieces. So they'll always come pick up if it's something big. So that'll help out for the next time. Because at some point, they're going to have to get to that Joanne Fabrics pattern cabinet that Mom got. And get that emptied and get that out of the house. So they can have that to sell. Somebody will want that sucker. So I am doing okay. I'm spending today kind of recovering a little bit and getting my own laundry done. I have to go down because my jacket's in the washer. Got to get that in the dryer. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Some of you know me on Facebook. Thank you very much for the birthday wishes. And someone, and I don't know who, someone sent me a $25 gift card to Lowe's for work on the house. And it just says from a viewer. I have no idea. But thank you. Thank you. And I forget what state it came from, but thank you very much. That is greatly appreciated. But anyway, I hope you all are having a good time and that you had a good Halloween week. And now we look forward to Thanksgiving. That'll be the next holiday. But Christmas is a-coming. Christmas is a-coming. And as I've found, I'm getting more and more Christmas stuff I'm finding. Oh my goodness. So there will have to be a Christmas sale at some point. I don't know when yet, but there'll be one. So I hope you are glad to see me. I'm glad to be able to see you guys back. What got your attention? Oh, it's getting a little windy and there is a weed tree outside the window and it's one of the branches tapping the glass. So anyway, I will see you on Thursday night. I promise. Short of him, well, that's not tempt fate. But anyway, I should be there this Thursday night. And if I can, I'll see about doing another live. I cannot figure out the videos you guys are waiting for. Somehow the one was, I know I had the camera held sideways, so you got the wide screen. Well, somehow it's all filmed straight up, but then it's sideways. It's all cockeyed, and I can't figure out how to flip it and change it so that it looks right. So that one's turned out to be beyond my skill, and I feel bad because I was so happy to be doing those. And I even took my time in those, even though Michael was getting annoyed. But I took my time filming so it wasn't so fast. Didn't want to give everybody vertigo again. So that's it for now. And have a great week, everybody. And I'll see you Thursday. And I think, because Lorianne does them every other week. Not 100% sure, but check out Sugar Britches Sweet Ass Stuff, because I think Lorianne has a sale Thursday night that would start around, I don't know, 7:30, 8 o'clock. And I don't know if Flippin' Jewelry, if Lisa's having any sales this week. But check out both those channels. They both could use some love. And Lorianne, she's up to like 900 subscribers. She's so close to finally getting monetized. So she really needs to get like about 120, because once you hit 1,000, they immediately like, it seems like it immediately like goes through all your subscribers and decides who's a bot or still active, and you'll lose like 15 right off the bat. So you end up having to hit 1,000 twice. But if you have about 1,020, it may not be so bad. So, but we're trying to get her there. And yes. And so I better get going, because I still have to figure out what I'm wearing to this bingo, since all my jeans are in the washing machine. I hope they'll be dry in time. Otherwise, I better be looking for a dress, I think. Oh, dear. I better go and raid my closet. See you Thursday, everybody. Goodbye. Say goodbye, Elrond? Nope. Go say goodbye? No. No, to the phone. Oh, well, no. I guess you think that somebody's at the door. Bye.